Hello, I'm Sarah Adams-Greener and I'm a Customs and International Trade Advisor here at Strong and Heard. I joined Strong and Heard back in November 2019, and prior to that I had nearly 19 years experience working for HM Customs and Excise, HM Revenue and Customs as it is now. I worked as part of a small national team called the Export Unit of Expertise, where I worked quite closely with export policy, putting the practical application of legislation into customs procedures. I've visited companies where I've looked at their export compliance and also companies that may be subject to exports that require licenses and export control. During my time at HMRC, some of my highlights was working quite closely with companies and writing the Export Best Practice Guide, which follows the export procedure through its logical steps from pre-lodgement to departure, and inevitably where things can go wrong and how they can be rectified. I was also fortunate to represent HM Revenue and Customs in Malaysia, where I work quite closely with Malaysian Customs, going through how the UK HMRC audits companies' records when they export goods that are subject to licensing control. I've also worked at ports and airports. I've worked at London Heathrow, I've worked at Stansted, Felixstowe and Southampton, and I worked as part of a fast parcel operator team that looks after couriers exporting goods under a memorandum of understanding. So I visited companies looking at their assurance practices and how they manage to follow the legislation through the export procedure. I've also covered other areas within customs, such as the reliefs, the community system duty reliefs, such as importing samples, return goods relief, and acted as a unit of expertise for that as well, where I assisted colleagues who were conducting assurance visits or desk audits on these regimes.